colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, as President of the Government of Catalonia, let me start this contribution saying some words in our language, in Catalan. I would translate them to English. Catalunya és una nació moderna, avançada i pròspera. Una nació europea i oberta al món, on la nostra cultura i la nostra llengua, el català, juguen un paper fonamental a l'hora d'assegurar i promoure la cohesió social del nostre país. Participem en aquest fòrum com a nació sense estat amb la voluntat de compartir amb vostès, amb Nacions Unides, la preocupació pel futur de la llengua catalana i la diversitat lingüística mundial i com des de tots els àmbits s'ha de contribuir a preservar aquesta diversitat lingüística i assegurar que tothom pugui viure en plenitud i amb normalitat amb la seva pròpia llengua. Catalonia is an advanced, prosperous and modern nation, a European nation open to the world, where our culture and language, the Catalan language, plays a central role in ensuring and promoting social cohesion. Our participation in this forum is as a nation without a state, with strong concerns about the future of our language, Catalan, and how we can preserve linguistic diversity. Today, the Catalan language has 10 million speakers distributed in 4 states. This is why we do not define Catalan as a minority language, but as a minoritized language. Except for Andorra, a small independent state where Catalan enjoys full officialdom, neither Italy, nor France, nor Spain has offered the Catalan language the full recognition and protection that any language in the world deserves. In this regard, I would like to talk about our own experience and about how we are taking advantage of the recovery of our institution with limited sovereignty to stop the replacement of the Catalan language by the Spanish language. A situation which also affects the Valencian country and the Balearic Islands, and which is part of a conscious process of political and economic recentralization and national, cultural and linguistic assimilation. Since the recovery of democracy and institutions just over 40 years ago, Catalonia has developed its language policies, of course within the Spanish constitutional framework. These policies have contributed to the progress toward the use of our own language. At the heart of these policies, 3 central ideas can be inspiring for this debate about the declaration. Firstly, the conviction that Catalonia has an open and plural society, and at the same time, it has and wants to continue having a cohesive society in which people from all over the world can be integrated. Secondly, in a globalized world, we must preserve all languages in the sense of the subsidiarity principle as a way to protect both equal rights for everyone, regardless of the mother tongue, and the linguistic diversity of humanity. Thirdly, the challenges of multilingualism, the defense and consolidation of one's language are not incompatible with the recognition, learning, and use of other languages. All these ideas have a correspondence in terms of good practices in language policies, such as the use of Catalan language in toponymy institutions, public media in Catalonia. Multiple officialdoms, Catalonia has 3 official languages, Catalan, Spanish and Aragonès, accompanying newcomers in the learning process, offering them several language services. An educational system that promotes the use of Catalan language and aims for multilingualism for all students, and the application of all these principles to the Occitan Aragonès as language of the Aran Valley. These and other initiatives count on a clear consensus in our society. This has to be maintained and renewed. This is why, during the autumn of 2021, 85% of the Parliament of Catalonia asked the Catalan government to promote a national pact for the Catalan language involving all society. The National Pact for the Language highlights some of the main challenges for the survival and progress of the Catalan language, and it can be inspirational for the review and reform of the application of the Universal Declaration that has brought us here today. Let me summarize some key ideas. First, the legal minorization of language can lead to a violation of the rights of speakers. For example, making the state language mandatory in stateless nations such as Catalonia, while their own language, in our case, Catalan language, implies de facto a systemic erosion of the status of the minority language. Second, public administration and private operators must ensure that the speakers of minority language can access public services using their own language. Third, the digitalization process is leading to a weakening of the protection of minoritized language through deterritorialization of some services. All these kinds of substitution of services are not usually accompanied by multilingual telematic services. And finally, let me stress the risk of loss of audiovisual space and digital diglossia. Minoritized linguistic communities and the stateless nations like Catalonia notice that higher authorities that discriminate against them are the ones regulating the audiovisual space. If the audiovisual sector is today responsible for collective imaginaries, and collective imaginaries are central to the protection and survival of collective identities, the audiovisual must be plural and include all languages. To sum up, the defense of the linguistic rights of minoritized language like the Catalan language has made significant progress in many parts of the world, although unfortunately not everywhere. Instruments such as this declaration have undoubtedly contributed to this progress. However, there is always room for improvement, and instruments must be adapted to new times. It's appropriate to expand and develop instruments like this to make them truly efficient in changing world that imposes new challenges every day. I'm convinced that working together, we will be able to achieve it. Thanks for your attention. Thanks, Chairperson.